here, Teacher Joyce together with Koala Lu. Yes, welcome back to Teacher Joyce video, and it's our story time. Today, Teacher Joyce will be together with Koala Lu. Will tell a story about, of course, about Koala Lu. Have you ever seen the real koala? Do you know where we can find this animal? Yes, we can find this animal in Australia. Have you been to Australia? Wow, it's gonna be amazing because you can see different kinds of animals. Well, today I'm going to tell you a story about Koala Lu. This is one of my favorite storybooks. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. The title of our story today is Koala Lu, written by Mem Fox, illustrated by Pamela Loves. There was once a baby koala, so soft and round that all who saw her loved her. Her name was Koala Lu. The emu loved her, the platypus loved her, and even though the little koala close next door loved her. But it was her mother who loved her most of all. 100 times a day, she would love and shake her head and say,
Koala Lu, I do love you.
Whenever she stretched in the early morning sun, or climbed a gum tree, or bravely went down the track all by herself, her mother would smile and say,
Koala Lu, I do love you.
The years passed and other koalas were born, brothers, sisters for Koala Lu. Soon her mother was so busy she didn't have time to tell Koala Lu that she loved her, although of course she did. Every night, as she curled up under the stars, Koala Lu thought about the times when her mother had looked at her and said,
Koala Lu, I do love you.
And she longed for her to say it again. One night, Koala Lu had a splendid idea. Aha! Preparation had begun for the Bush Olympics. She would enter the Olympics. She would compete in the gum tree climbing event, and she would win, and her mother would fling her arms around her neck and say again,
Koala Lu, I do love you.
Koala Lu began her training right away. She jogged and puffed and lifted weights and panted. She hung from a branch with one claw at a time till she ate. She did push-ups till her stomach hurt, and last of all, she climbed the tallest tree that she could find, over and over and over again. Wow! Koala Lu did a good job. Sometimes her mother would watch her and ask,
How are you going, Blossom? Just fine.
Koala Lu would reply. At last, the day of the Bush Olympics arrived. Yippee! Hooray! Koala Claus had also entered the gum tree climbing, and everyone knew how fast he was. But Koala Lu wasn't scared. She saw her mother in the crowd and imagined her saying again,
Koala Lu, I do love you.
Her heart filled with hope. It was Koala Claus who went first. Her climb was a record-breaking 22 meters in 70 seconds flat. Wow! The spectators whistled and cheered and wildly waved their holiday caps.
Can I do better than that?
Thought Koala Lu
I must.
as she stepped towards the tree. A hush fell over the crowd.
On your mark,
said the kookaburra. Get set, go! Koala Lu leaped onto the tree. Up and up she climbed, higher and higher and higher, faster and faster and faster, until there she was, right at the very top. The spectators roared and clapped and stamped their feet. Woo! But she wasn't fast enough. In spite of all her training and all her hopping, it was Koala Claus who won the gum tree climbing. Koala Lu came the second. Koala Lu went off and hid. She heard the shouts of the Bush Olympics and cried her heart out. When the first stars of evening appeared in the sky, Koala Lu crept home through the dark and up into the gum tree. Her mother was waiting for her. Before she could say a word, her mother had flung her arms around her neck and said,
Koala Lu, I do love you. I always have and I always will.
And she hugged her for a very long time. The end. So, how's the story, everyone? I hope you like it. And what's the moral lesson from the story? First, your parents will always love you, no matter what. Maybe sometimes they forgot to say I love you, but they will still love you. Second, Koala Lu always working hard, and don't get disappointed even if you don't win a competition. The most important part is work hard for it. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoy and thank you for watching. Bye! Bye Koala Lu!